Action.
Hi everyone. Well, this week I thought I could show you some options for a healthier breakfast and overnight oats, and we can make the Vietnamese fresh rolls live. I'll show you how to make the Korean potato salad, and lastly I'll show you my all-time favorite Korean noodle called JapChae. So we will get started. What I have here is actually a jar of oats. This is about 2 cups of steel cut oats or steel cut like oats. And then I'm gonna put all these ingredients in here. I like my overnight oats to be really nutritious, and so I tend to put a lot of things in them. The first one here are chia seeds. I'm gonna pour that in here. They actually provide a lot of that nutrition and omega-3. This one here is sprouted pumpkin seeds. I do like the crunch of that in there as well. The next thing we have here is hemp seeds. I do love the nuttiness of this, and I like it in overnight oats, so that will go in there as well. I love coconut, and I have a tendency to put coconut shreds in a lot of my baking as well as in my overnight oats. So put that here. And I use different kinds of nuts. Sometimes I'll put pecans or walnuts, but today I have slivered almonds, so that's gonna go in there. So we have all of these packed nutrition here, but we are not done yet. What I wanna show you here are different ingredients for sweetness and flavor. The one right here is nutmeg, a little bit of clove, a little bit of ginger, and a lot of cinnamon. And this is the one that's gonna flavor our overnight oats, so that goes in there. We have flax seeds here. I wanna keep them whole for this particular recipe, but we also have golden raisins here, dried blueberries, and I have cut up some dates here, and all of these will go in here. So this will provide extra fiber, extra antioxidants, omega-3 from the flaxseed. There we go. Our gut microbiome will be very happy with this. And then lastly, I chopped up these dates and took out the seed so that it's all ready for us. And then what I do is that I just close the jar. Oftentimes I actually stir this with a spoon, but for today, what we're gonna do is just shake them around and mix them. And then this is ready. What I tend to do when I'm on travel is actually bring a little bit of this in a little pouch, and then I can mix that with soy milk and put them in a refrigerator overnight. And what happens is something like this the next day. So right here is overnight oats. This one I've microwaved it because I like it warm. And what you can do is just put some berries or whatever fruit you have available. There you go. Okay, so moving right along here, I want to show you how to make Vietnamese summer rolls. I have pre-made some over here already. So what I want to do is show you how to make this. So you grab a rice paper here. You can buy this from any Asian store. And don't keep this in the water very long. So what you do is you put it in there. I like this kind of greens. They're softer and they do not poke through the rice paper. Then I'll put some shaved carrots in here that I've pre-shaved early on. I also like cucumber, so I put fresh cucumber in there. This one right here is edamame noodle that I got from Costco. So I thought it added a little bit of complex carbohydrates with protein as well in there. And then these are baked tofu that I actually baked this morning. And that goes over here. And we roll this and tuck it in. We want this to be tight. We don't want it loose. And then we fold it on either side and keep rolling it. And it actually holds up very well. And we're gonna put that on there. So we have other ones here. I use brown rice paper, and that's the reason why it's a different color. Now for the dipping sauce, we have usually peanut butter, but my nephew is allergic to peanuts, so I'm using sunflower butter here. This is about, I don't know, 1/3 of a cup. And then I put the vegetarian hoisin sauce there, about 1/4 of a cup. I put a little bit of chili oil because I do like a little bit of spice in there. And what you do to kind of thin it out a little bit is put about 1/4 of a cup of vinegar. And that adds a little bit of tanginess into your sauce. And all you have to do is stir this. Now, what works even better than this is actually a wire whisk. There we go. But I think we're gonna get there fairly quickly because I have put this on room temperature early enough. There we go. And this is all the flavors you need for the peanut dipping sauce, and you don't have to buy that in the market. It's relatively inexpensive to actually make with the common ingredients that you would have in your kitchen. There we go. Yum. So this would be really great later on with these summer rolls. Okay. Now that we're done with that, I'm gonna put this aside and we're gonna move to this Korean or Japanese potato salad, but I also grew up with potato salad that we use sweet potatoes. So this is actually a mixture of regular potatoes. I left some of the skin on, and sweet potatoes. I have some cucumber here that I have soaked with a little bit of salt and rinsed it and actually squeezed it dry. And then I have also blanched some carrots, some edamame, and some peas. So they've been out, and all you have to do is take this, and this is vegan mayo. It's made from grapeseed oil. And all you have to do is add a little bit of salt in it. And when I boiled the potatoes, I put a little bit of salt in there. So this thing doesn't require that much salt anymore. So about 2 of these, which is 1/2 teaspoon. You can go up to a teaspoon, it is a lot. And then the key ingredient in some Asian potato salad is really sugar. So we're gonna put 1 teaspoon here, 2 teaspoons, 3 teaspoons. There you go. And this is monk fruit sugar, so it does not have any calories in them. So what you're gonna do is mix this together. There we go. So you want all your flavors all in the mayo here, so that when you stir it in to the rest of your potato salad here, the flavors are already dispersed in the mayo. Here we go. Okay, so we're gonna pour this in here, and we're gonna stir this all together. There we go. And I do kind of want to make sure I don't waste any of these. There. And we'll put this aside here, and we're gonna stir it. Oh, well, let's put some of this, just a tiny bit of black pepper, white pepper, and Szechuan peppercorns. So what we're gonna do here is we're just gonna mix them all together. And I wanna make this ahead of time because you know how potato salad is? It is actually much better like the day after, because all the flavors have kind of like melded together. And what's different about this too is that instead of cutting the potatoes into cubes, you're actually just mashing it. And so it's a lot easier and a lot more forgiving too when you're making it and you don't know how your potato's gonna turn out. There we go. But the most important thing is really making sure that you don't have a lot of water. And so that's the reason why I took the time to kind of dry some of the vegetables in here before actually mixing them all together. And there we are. This is gonna be really good for tomorrow and for the holiday weekend. I'm gonna bring some of this to my sister's house so they can also enjoy it. It's completely vegan. There you go. And you don't need a lot of mayo, as you can see here. And lastly, I'm not gonna show you how to make this, but I really do love JapChae. And I like it better than the Filipino pancit. I'm so sorry to say that. I do not make Filipino pancit very much. This is black sesame seeds here. And what I'm gonna do is just sprinkle some on top. They do carry some nutrition there. And there you go. And some of the beef pieces here, they're actually seitan. And I have marinated them and put them in the oven to kind of crisp them up and brown them so they look like pretend beef. Well, thank you again for joining me today. I hope you found some more ideas that you can make at home. If you have any questions, please message me or just, put some comments on this video, and I'll be happy to answer your questions. You take care. Happy Sabbath, and may God bless you all. Happy Memorial Day weekend.